Indifference is a superpower. In this life, we can't control the events that happen to us, but we can control how we respond to it. And a good way of doing that is indifference. Just to say like, oh well, all this bullshit's going on around me that I can't control and then I don't like. Oh well, all I can do is just say fuck it, you know? Indifference is good because it's kind of similar to like stoicism, if you know what that is. Stoicism is basically like, well, it's a philosophy. I don't know it too well, but it's like you exposing yourself to negative, like depriving yourself of things. Like maybe you won't eat nice food, or maybe you'll sleep on your mattress instead of your bed. Like basically making yourself harder to life, and like mentally, because life is terrible and you can't control the situations that you go through. All you can do is control how you respond to them. So indifference is similar to stoicism, but I prefer indifference. I mean, I'm not I'm not an expert of any, but indifference is good because it's like, I mean, here's the thing: time is gonna go on no matter what situation you're in life, right? And there's a lot of situations in life that suck, and I mean, most of the time, most people's lives, they're not going to be in situations where they're like in like pain that makes them want to die. You know what I mean? Like pain in like a car crash or having a limb cut off. Most people are not going to be in that type of pain. So, or I mean, most people can be in that type of pain, but it's going to be mentally, not physically. Most people won't have to deal with something that bad physically until it's the end of their life. So, I mean, if most of your life is not going to be in that bad of a state, then you might as well just be indifferent to the situations that you find yourself in. Because here's the thing: life is suffering. Life equals suffering. And you're going to be in situations and circumstances that you don't like. The people around you are going to piss you off in stupid ways. You're going to not be able to get things that you want in this life. But you just have to say, oh well, whatever. I mean, yeah, work towards things that you want. If you're capable of achieving those things, that's great. But you know, life is unfair, and a lot of people don't get what they want. So you just have to be indifferent to it. There's really no point getting upset about these things in life, and like, because that's just bad. Like being too emotional, that's just bad. And stoicism, like, I mean, this video isn't about stoicism, it's about indifference. But they're pretty similar because stoics, they purposely try to keep their emotions under control and not, you know, flip out or anything. I mean, that shows you how little control a lot of human beings have when they take it out on somebody else that didn't deserve it. Like, they hurt people physically, mentally, verbally for no reason, just because they can't control themselves. That shows you what state of mind those people are in, because they're not indifferent, you know? They're fucking pissed off at life, and they have no control over their emotions. They're a full slave to their evil impulses and feelings, so they take it out on somebody else. Most people don't do that, at least physically, at least. But you know, a lot of humans do it in this world. So that shows you how low humanity is, and what a failed abortion humanity is, and what a mistake it is, and how weak most humans are emotionally in today's world. Yeah, definitely one of the reasons for that is because no father figures around, or weak father figures. But you know, I'm an antinatalist, so as you guys know, so we shouldn't have kids anyways. But if you're gonna have kids, which most people are, I mean, a lot of kids don't have a father, or they have bad role models, you know? They could have a good father, but they could get in with the wrong crowd and do bad things, you know? So yeah, I'm kind of rambling, but the main topic of this video is indifference. Indifference is a superpower. It really is. It's a mindset. Because, I mean, I'm 23, right? I'm starting to see this life for what it is. I mean, no, that's wrong. I already see this life for what it is, with all the fucking repetitive activities you gotta do to keep your body and your mind going. You know what I mean? And copes and shit, and activities and bullshit every day that you didn't sign up for, you didn't consent to. I see life for what it is in that way. But, you know, with indifference, time is gonna go on no matter what. And yeah, time is gonna go on no matter what. And whether you're upset or frustrated or pissed off at this life, time is gonna go on no matter what. And eventually you'll be in your grave, and then you'll be at peace in this life that you never asked for. You know what I mean? So I just gotta drink some water. But see, that's another physical need right there, you know? All this repetitive bullshit. I mean, I'm not tired of eating and drinking. I like those things, you know? Even though I'm aware of what I'm doing. Like, just repetitive activities for my fucking meat suit that I never asked to be in. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, you just got to be indifferent in this life as much as you can. Sometimes your emotions are so out of control, like someone's wronged you in such a bad way and they don't get they get away with it. Like you can't even control your emotions sometimes. I mean, it happened to me, you know, because I'm only human. I'm not perfect, you know. Like I can be frustrated. I can be full of anxiety. I can be impulsive and make like quick decisions, not terrible decisions, life-changing decisions, but you know, I can be quick-minded and maybe I should be more patient. Or sometimes I can do nothing at all. I mean, this is just me that I'm talking about. But yeah, indifference is basically a great fucking mindset for this life, because this life is not in your fucking control. You can't control barely anything in this world. All you can control is how you respond to this bullshit that you find yourself in. Sorry, noises of fucking London around here. But all you can control is how you respond to this fucking life. And indifference is a good way, you know? So forget about all the fucking people around you and all the bullshit that pisses you off, whether it's noisy neighbors or fucking criminals or fucking retarded fools like dancing to like a TikTok or something that you see that in public. That would be cringe if you did. I think I've seen that once, but it's fucking cringe. But just all that shit, you just gotta remember, all that shit is fucking meaningless in this life, because all those people are gonna eventually die anyways, and they ain't gonna change this world for the better. This world's already fucked, you know what I mean? So you really just gotta fucking be like, okay, you know, and roll your eyes at this shit and just try and make yourself happy in this life, because no one else is gonna do it for you. You have to try and find happiness on your own. I mean, yeah, loneliness is a problem in this world, especially in the Western world with the internet and all this bullshit, especially for men, you know? So you got to try and find happiness on your own, because that's just like the not just the cards you was dealt, but that's the life we was dealt, you know? You just got to try and make the best of it, you know? I'm not being a victim. I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. I'm just going to, even if I don't get what I want in this life and it's pretty miserable and frustrating and it sucks and I never asked for it, I realized that because I never asked to be here, it's not my fault, and I'm just gonna be like, whatever, you know, fuck this life. I'll try and get the things that I want, I guess, as much as I can, you know, because different people have different levels of motivation in this life. Some people can't take this life and they end up killing themselves, you know what I mean? Because life is cruel and unfair, and the world doesn't give a shit about anybody. Some people are just lucky in this world because they're pretty or they're rich or they got charisma or whatever, you know, but there's a lot of people who don't have that and they struggle in life in a lot of areas. So indifference is a good mindset to have. I'm really just rambling in this video, but I think you know what I'm saying, right? Indifference is a superpower. It is, because it allows you to detach from your emotions and just realize that life, you're gonna die one day anyways, so why get so wrapped up in all this human bullshit, you know what I mean? All this emotional stuff and all these people acting like retards, because that's what humans do. They act like retards, and they birth more slaves into this planet, and they make stupid TikToks, and they listen to retarded music on a fucking loudspeaker, blast that shit thinking you're gonna enjoy it, when obviously you don't. That's just the way that human beings are, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at this person because, you know, London's full of fucking scumbags, you know? But, yeah, I mean, you just gotta be indifferent to that, because, like I said, this life, you can't fucking control it. You can only control yourself and how you respond to this world. The power you have as a human being is very little, man, very little. which sucks, but you just have to accept it. And I mean, I accept it. So, I mean, it's like whatever, you know? I mean, I don't get laid. I accept that as well, you know? Even though it sucks and I'm frustrated and miserable. But I would never take it out on somebody else because that's just wrong. And like I said, I'm indifferent. I mean, as time goes on, for me at least, I mean, I'm 23 and a half basically. But as time goes on, like every day, and I see like more retarded activity from human beings, whether it be noisy neighbors or criminals that get away with crime, or just, you know, retarded human beings, you know, it's just like the more time you spend in this world, the more you realize that it's a fucking joke and you don't take human beings seriously. You know what I mean? And you stop giving a fuck what people think, because if they call you out on something, who even cares? I mean, most people ain't shit anyways. Exactly, most people ain't fucking shit. Who is shit in this fucking world? It ain't the fucking parents. Who is shit? Most of these humans ain't shit, you know? You just gotta think like I'm the shit, you know, and fuck all these other people around me, because all they do is fucking meaningless, selfish activities, and they don't add anything to society because they just add breeders. But what the fuck am I saying? Why would you want to add anything to society anyways? You didn't choose this society. This society doesn't care about you. It just cares about making you a fucking little wage slave. That's all it cares about. So fuck society, fuck this world, fuck most people in it. It's fucking useless. Just be indifferent to all of it, you know? Don't get upset over this bullshit because there's no point. It's not gonna fucking change. Just find solace and comfort in the fact that you will die one day, and then it will be like you never existed in the first place. You never existed in the first place, and you'll be at peace, you know? R.I.P., rest in peace. You'll be at peace. And don't bring someone else into this world, obviously, because they are already at peace. So don't take them out of their peace and bring them into this crazy world, you know? So yeah, indifference is a superpower, and be indifferent to all the retarded rubbish humans around you.